Southwest Detroit. I live 4 blocks from the bridge, and my family has been in that neighborhood for 94 years. So we've been there for quite some time. And we do recognize that the bridge is an environmental justice issue not only because of the constant air pollution and increases in air pollution as a result of increased traffic in the last 15 years, but also the expansion of traffic, highways. Every single home and business that my family has owned is underneath the concrete of that highway now. So environmental justice means something for us that's very serious. It's an erasure of our culture and our history. And we need to act and hold people accountable. So with that, you can understand some of where I'm coming from. But also, as a Sierra Club employee, I want to talk a little bit about what I've learned about coal-fired power plants since I've been here with the club. And learning that really coal and burning coal is very risky, it's very dirty, and it's very, very dangerous. And all of that risk and dirt and danger it puts is disproportionately impacting people of color. All of the coal that we have and burn here in Michigan is imported from out of state, when we have some of the best resources for renewable energy, wind, solar, energy efficiency. We could be creating jobs that can't be outsourced here in Michigan, but instead we bring in all that coal from other places, which contributes to also the decimation of mountaintops and the culture in other places. So we have to remember those communities too. Green jobs in Michigan, that's the only job sector in Michigan that grew in the latter part of the last decade. So while every other industry was leaving or going down, green jobs increased. So it's not a sort of pie in the sky, it's happening. It's happening, but we need more policy infrastructure to help continue to grow that. Michigan spends about over $1 billion per year in hospitalizations directly from pollution from coal-fired power plants. We're spending a lot of money we don't have, for asthma medication, for emergency room visits, for so much that could be mitigated by reducing the amount of pollution in the air. Energy efficiency is by far the cheapest way to produce energy in the state of Michigan. In the DTE service area, our service area here, we had about 83,000 shutoffs due to non-payment in 2007. 2 years later, we had over 200,000 shutoffs. People without heat, people without electricity, because of that risk, because of capital expansion. DTE is guaranteed 11% return on investment. They have the money. They can transition, but we have to demand it. Because we're either paying for it on our hospital bills or we're paying for it on our medical bills. We've been waiting since 1990 for pollution controls for mercury. And yet still Anthony Early is in Washington, D.C., asking for more time. It's not the right time. We need time. We need delays. When is it going to be time if not now? And that's the question that I would like to turn to them. Every single lake and river in Michigan has an advisory for mercury. You have to limit the amount of fish that you eat because you will have some sort of neurological effect if you eat too much. If now is not the time, then when? If our Black and brown communities are suffering from high levels of pollution and we are literally dying from asthma, heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure, cardiovascular disease, pulmonary disease, cancer, neurological developmental effects, if now is not the time, then when? So I ask the EPA for strong regulations But I also ask that everybody in this room really consider writing letters to the Michigan Public Service Commission, writing letters to everybody in the state. Renewable energy is not just a pie in the sky. It's something that we need in the state of Michigan for the sake of our health. Thank you.